honestly, me sure say in Kofobebre any a story about Mark Cucurella, the contract length. Anyhow, Chelsea for no. The last time that it was reported that he has been given a contract extension, the details about it. Also, Ocean Mark Cucurella has been very, very important to Chelsea, and Chelsea don't want to let him go back. It looks as if the contract in St. Seven have not been fully clarified by Chelsea. There is also that conversation around about your friend Liam Delap. Now, Liam Delap confirmed with a shoulder injury in that game against Team your friend Bournemouth away from home. And in the second half, I felt like when I went to friend McGill about, he performed particularly satisfactory. It wasn't bad, crap. But of course, Enzo Maresca after the game did mention, say, Chelsea are going to miss a brand your friend Liam Delap. Now, Liam Delap, I'm going to the analysis of the injury, it has come out, say, a brand your friend Liam Delap is going to be out for an extended period of time again. And that's going to be a huge blow for Chelsea in the December period. Again, losing a brand your friend Liam Delap, not having a proper backup for him, big issues out from the Chelsea perspective. There's some more because Enzo Maresca in the pre-match press conference. In that pre-match press conference, some things are going to be discussed. Once that is sorted out, I say you be removed once analysis thing now because Chelsea are going away to go and play away in Bergamo, in Bergamo or Italy. Once they reach there, it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be the very first time Enzo Maresca Chelsea go away to the native country in Italy. It's going to be a very, very interesting one. But then away from that, we'll talk about other things as well. Mohamed Salah saying Madrid for drop a point again. And what it means is that Barcelona are de facto top of the English Premier League. Then the conversation of Football Club Barcelona. Hi, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing us. Say, one subscribe to the channel now. Michelle, subscribe to the channel. Turn on notification. Notification 10, choose all. Just anytime your content ever drop, Go over your first person. I won't say it make a content na BBR. I nicely for you. Na BBR. I come up. At the amount when it comes to the conversations that also in all the clubs and updates. And you remember all the updates. But this morning, we go again. You have more Champions League starts. Wednesday Champions League starts. Big chance for everybody to make some money today. To go and win on Tuesday, on Wednesday, internet. Matches for them. Matches for Italian Serie A. Matches for the Spanish La Liga. Matches for German Bundesliga. Matches for English Premier League. Manchester United match away to Wolverhampton Wanderers. We've put all of them together for you. And I mean, a good description of the video. Pick up codes, not my chance of winning something that I say on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Give yourself a big chance of winning something that on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. For codes, or the description of the video below. The diaspora people have said it that contact Albert. I've always been putting Albert's number. If you want Albert's number, let me know. But there's something that you have to do when you contact him. So contact Albert, he'll sort it out for you. Michelle, let me say my thank yous first off to Yesumo Spare Parts Dealership Shop. Ekomasi Car Spare Parts, the best place at Yesumo. Or Accra, Abosokai, 059-313-8221. 059-313-8221. MOB Clothing, so Tongtari, apparel. What are your top, shirt, downs, shoe, sneaker, what have you? MOB Clothing sells stuff like that. Or to do my flower station or to do now and MOB Clothing. He will sort things out. Obey money on my come pam at the amount Senebeya will have no issues. Where do we start from again? Liverpool, Madrid, the latest one, a football club, Real Madrid. And it was an absolute capitulation at the Estadio de Santiago Bernabeu. Charlie, Imaka. Say any team is being a very upset gidigidia. And a thing for us to lose bets. And this Madrid upset was such a huge blow because Madrid, after 6 games, finally came to play over the Estadio de Santiago Bernabeu. Madrid have not been playing what's the name? Have not been playing at home for a very long time. It means okay, Madrid for the best struggle kakra. Now Madrid goes home to go and play at the Estadio de Santiago Bernabeu against Celta. Now, Celta Vigo team it get too difficult for Madrid to play against them. Madrid doesn't have bad record against Celta Vigo, right? Now, in the course of the game, I think, especially in the first half, Celta were a better team across board in terms of, say, control game, creating better chances, everything that you need to do. Else, our match in the Mobiano, team and friend Celta Vigo were better on the night than team for the football club Real Madrid. Now, everybody was there. Kylian Mbappe, Bellingham, my friend Vinicius Jr., Alvaro Carreras, Antonio Rudiger. There was an injury, obviously, to our brand friend Eder Militao as well. So all of these things happen to Football Club Real Madrid, and obviously affected Madrid. It has seriously affected Football Club Real Madrid, and in the context of Madrid, for where they are going, how things are going in terms of Barcelona for hold on to the Spanish La Liga, and now it looks like Spanish La Liga, Barcelona are going to run with it now. It is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting because as a Barcelona, the Spanish La Liga, no, Eddie Johnny, and once they begin to run away with the Spanish La Liga, it's going to make it very, very difficult. Very, very difficult for team and friend football club Real Madrid to catch them. And it wasn't a good time at all. It wasn't a good time. It was such a frustrating game for team and friend football club Real Madrid. Now, Danny Carvajal and other Madrid fans feel like the referee on the day was not good enough. Referee on your day. Madrid for GD said, nah, there's no way this is the top referee. That Danny Carvajal to the referee said, this is the level, and you give and then you cry in a press conference. Danny Carvajal was you come and you officiate a game like this, then you go and cry in a press conference. How do you cry in a press conference? And you see me, I've said it several times. FIFA and UEFA should stop overprotecting referees. They should stop. Some referees are just not good enough. Sometimes overprotection is too much. Once you say pim to a referee, you don't know a yellow card. You say pam or a yellow card. That is not good enough at all. Now, Alvaro Carreras didn't have a yellow card. The referee booked him for waving his hand at a referee, waving his hand to the referee for the second time. And Madrid for had two red cards at a goal at Football Club Real Madrid. And Xabi Alonso say, do you feel strong enough to turn this around? I say definitely Madrid for can turn it around. This team wants to compete. We're on the right track. Whether we are going through a good or bad moment, that's exactly where we are, on the right track. Alonso says we struggle to break down deep blocks against these type of teams. We need to actually look for chances and work harder for them. We can't wait for chances to come to us. And I think that is one thing. In terms of winning the Spanish La Liga, how Barca are set up is much more better than how Madrid are set up. Madrid are set up for the big games, transitions, turnovers, running into channels, those things. Whilst Barcelona is set up in terms of the press, counter press, breaking down blocks, picking up the tight spaces in there. Barca are near perfect in that regard, whilst Madrid are not good in that regard. So it affects them. It affects the football club, Real Madrid. I mean, when you look at it, it's a sad night for Xabi Alonso and then Emranti and they are struggling to sort things out. Now let's get back to the English Premier League because my brand friend of Virgil van Dijk has spoken, but let's go to Chelsea Football Club where my brand friend Marc Cucurella, the contract on Saint-Germain. But hey, if Chelsea allows Marc Cucurella to leave the club without extending his contract, they are going to be in trouble. Chelsea for them tomorrow. Say, job hona Marc Cucurella every club because the number of years I call Marc Cucurella contract is so little, and that is why a lot of the Chelsea fans are saying, "Massa, to the ball in the Baghdad, fast." Because in the last couple of months, I'm sure you heard the story of how Chelsea for no fair Marc Cucurella about a contract extension and a whole thing. Now, in that conversation, what has gone on is that a right friend Marc Cucurella was given an improved salary. Chelsea did not extend his contract. Now, they gave him an improved salary. Now, again, Chelsea did not want it to look like they were trying to tie him down for so long. They wanted he also wanted into the Omien's man and say, okay, Charlie, bro, your football that you are playing is good. Oh, Bobo, you are being one of the best players around. So we'll give you an improved salary. But however, when it comes to the contract extension, we'll talk about it later. At the end of this season, I brought your friend Marco Correa, I can't 2 years on the contract. So Reece James, I can't 2 years on the contract. So Chelsea have some couple of players here. By the end of this season, they are getting close to the expiration of a contractor. Chelsea Foundation said, on be extended on. Chelsea do not, Chelsea team, they would listen to offers to other players. But of course, I brought your friend Marco Correa, are very, very important over there. They will make sure, say, I'm extending the contract. And that is what we're expecting in the next few days. Chelsea Foundation started Eddie Home Eddie Home Juma, in terms of extending the contract of Tima, of Abrantia Freno, Marco Correa, because obviously, I mean, in the Chelsea team, there isn't anybody better than Abrantia, your friend Marco Correa. If you look at the team, if you look at how good Marco Correa is doing, how well he's playing now, there isn't anybody. There isn't anybody as good as Abrantia, your friend Marco Correa. Of course, Reece James is also saying because also Reece James contractor, it ends in 2028. So after this season, there's just 1 more year left in there. So Chelsea are aware that Reece James will only have 2 years remaining on his deal at the end of this season. Talks can be expected to take place before then, and there's no suggesting that Chelsea and James have any intention other than his contract to be extended. Of course, Reece has made it clear, say, a Chelsea boy through and through. He wants to stay at the club. He wants to win things at the club. He wants to make sure that things work out for himself when it comes to Chelsea and things is going well. I think that is a good one when it comes to what Chelsea want to do with Manchester friend Reece James, when it comes to how they want to navigate players. And of course, it's not just Reece James. Marco Correa is inclusive as well, because honestly, the contract, it gets it to the last 2 years of the stretch, which is very important. I say Chelsea will go in there and then extend it for him. And of course, we'll see how things are going to go on from there. This weekend, I told you, Chelsea did not get the good news. And according to Alex Cook, and all the updates nearby, what we are hearing is that I'm right here, your friend Andre Santos, they are branch here, did I say Andre Santos? Liam Delap, sorry. Abrantia friend Liam Delap. What we are hearing is that Abrantia, when he went to do the test, the further test, after that possible shoulder dislocation against Bournemouth, it has come out to be positive. And in that, Liam Delap is going to be out. He's going to be out for about 6 to 8 weeks. Hi! Liam has already been out for 2 months, 8 weeks. And it's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. And Mikai, after the game against Bournemouth, Enzo Maresca said it is going to be so unlucky for Chelsea because Liam provides the outlets for them. Hold that play, and turning fast, you run in the channel, you football into your bosso, you're aggressive, you aerial duels. Yes, Liam is not scoring a lot of the goals, but he offers something else. He offers physicality. He offers an outlet. He offers a target man ability. And that is something that Chelsea for Enzo Maresca has a massa. That is going to be a huge blow for Chelsea if Abrantia friend Liam Delap out of the conversation for Chelsea for 6 to 8 weeks. But then, I mean, that is also the updates about, Liam Delap. He is not going to be available for Chelsea for 6 to 8 weeks. Obetene Ache is going to sit out for 6 to 8 weeks. On more game maybe for a very, very long time. And that obviously is going to be affect Chelsea Football Club in terms of what they want to do on players, how they want to play their game. The style of play means either Enzo Maresca, I don't know, yesterday I was saying that one training year in the wake of Liam Delap's injury in January, Chelsea may want to go and fast track or activate the arrival of a brand friend Emmanuel Emega. Now, again, because what Chelsea would want is that somebody that can give them that personality up front. It's something that they cannot have or on them, and we'll see how things are going to go there. We'll see how things are going to go on when it comes to Brian friend Emmanuel Emega. The conversation around Chelsea for bringing him in January. But of course, at the very least, there is a Brian friend Mark Gill. in the conversation of Chelsea Football Club. I'm more my brother friend Maggie, who they think say is going to be an important player for them in terms of how they want to go on and then play on matches, how they want to go on and then win the games. Now, I don't know. We'll see how things are going to come from there. Chelsea ended the weekend in 5th place out of the top 4. Now, England top 4 are very interesting. Maka said at this point in time, this is where the teams begin to peel off. Park no peel off for the teams that are performing. In fact, say the Manchester United they get level on points with Chelsea. It tells you the competitiveness. In fact, even with Manchester United that people have trolled and said a lot of things about, one win and they are level on points with Chelsea. So it tells you, say, Manchester United are apparently not a bad side at that. If you look at Arsenal, 33 points, Man City, 31 points, Aston Villa, 30 points, Crystal Palace, 26 points, Chelsea, 25 points in that area, and it tells you how good they are. Now, Crystal Palace won against Fulham, a goal from a your friend Mark Gay, and movie into 4th position. I will see how things are going to go on from there. And that is a very, very important when it comes to the games that are going on from there. The quality of play, how Chelsea fans want to make sure that they stay in games as long as possible, gets the results. There's a big Champions League game between Chelsea and its team, my friend Atalanta. And then the team is going to move from England to go straight to Italy. And a Spanish referee, Alejandro Hernandez, in the Belgian Fiifi, Alejandro Hernandez, in the Belgian Fiifi, which is very, very important for Chelsea. And then the quality from there. Of course, the arrival of Cole Palmer is very, very important. When you look at how things are going on at Chelsea, how Chelsea need Cole Palmer to come in, especially now that there's Liam Delap is out of the squad. No, Chelsea need Cole Palmer to be able to score goals. My brand here, your friend, Romeo Lavia is also injured and out of the picture. It's important. And now, Chelsea for Marksman, my brand here, friend Aaron Anselmino was right there for team friend in Dortmund. He was a very, very important player for Dortmund and he started 6 games this season for Dortmund this season, and in those 6 games, now Dortmund have kept 4 clean sheets. Physical, dominant, quality, understanding of the game, reading of the game, on the ball, off the ball. Charlie, he has been brilliant. Anselmino has been brilliant. He has been super for team friend in Dortmund, our German Bundesliga, and even everybody can see the quality of our brand here friend Aaron Anselmino. And I think one of the biggest things that have hit Chelsea, apart from the injury of our brand friend Liam Delap, has been the suspension and Dario Sugo's injury. The suspension of Moises Caicedo and Dario Sugo injury, all at the same time. Because Enka Ulusu Obiti said Dario Sugo to injury and Moises Caicedo without any problem. And in the absence of Moises Caicedo, Chelsea easily could have done what our brand friend Dario Sugo on a field of play with either Andres Santos or our brand friend Reece James or Fiifi-Manfred. But then both players are out. But my brand friend Moises Caicedo is going to return for the Champions League all over the weekend against Everton. Moy is going to be out again. It's going to be out. And Caicedo is Chelsea's most important player. And the last 2 games now have shown how big his boots are to feel. However, it's a shame that Dario Sugo wasn't fit. The closest profile to Moises Caicedo in terms of the ball winning ability and his games now. And of course, one of the biggest problems that Chelsea had after that game against Bournemouth was that lack of consistency. That's no consistency in how Chelsea are playing. It affects them. It's a team where it's young. They need to work on more consistency, change how things are done with respect to how they manage their games and it's so important for them. It's so important for how Chelsea manage your money in that regard, especially now that it's a team that's playing the Champions League, playing in the league and the consistency and the inconsistency, are a big worry. But then again, I think that they need to be able to they need to be able to make sure that they sort things out when it comes to how things are going on from there. It's very, very important. The quality in there. We'll see how things are going to go on from there. Of course, we'll share Chelsea game against Tima, their friend of Bournemouth. I mean, it was an interesting game. There were some good chances for Chelsea, but of course, failed to do justice in there. Failed to play good football and create the chances that he had to win. Create when there were a lot of frustrations in that regard over there for Chelsea for in the game that they played against Tima, your friend League Up Tima, your friend of Bournemouth. Now, after Mohamed Salah won saying there have been some updates. Virgil van Dijk has been speaking this morning. Van Dijk say, hey, Masa, when it comes to Mohamed Salah, they don't play with a brand here, your friend Momo Salah. They see Momo Salah as an important player, but then again, Mohamed Salah has to play to the tune of respect and teamwork. Because Salah's absence against Sunderland, Liverpool's 1-1 draw. It's not like you have unlimited credits. Everyone has to perform. Mo has been doing that, but the manager made that decision in the last 2 games. We all want the best for the club. That is what I'm right here. A friend of Virgil van Dijk as a master. Nobody is untouchable with Liverpool team anymore. Now it's results that he wants. And if you want results, then you make sure say the manager has to do what he has to do to be able to get a result. And that includes if Mohamed Salah has to be benched, he has to be benched on now. Mohamed Salah, the current relationship with Anna Slot, almost say nah. And for me, that's I think too. I think that Charlie, it's the end of the road for Brighton friend Mohamed Salah. I think that Mohamed Salah are not going to be at the right place. It's not going to be at Liverpool for a very long time. I think that Mohamed Salah obviously will sit out in most of the games now. And we'll see how things are going from there. And Chelsea for one say the birthday of Reece James. Big Reece James. And Chelsea for one saying that congratulations to him. On today being his birthday. Liverpool for no want to sort out the problems. And Football Club Barcelona on Saturday, they are on top of the Spanish La Liga. Hey, Charlie, Barcelona have usurped Football Club Real Madrid and are on top of the Spanish La Liga. And this time, it's not just by 1 point being by a whooping 4 points. It was already 1 point and he added 3 points to it. 4 points in a Barca Chomo. Charlie, Man City is going to be hard for Madrid for it to get back and catch back. Javi alone to say they will fight. Of course, fighting is different from actually catching Football Club Barcelona again this season. Now, there was certain point in time again where Madrid were leading the league by 5 points. It's the same as Carlo Ancelotti. Inconsistencies, style of play, and of course the lack of harmony of Madrid for dressing room has caused a lot of problems. Now, Hansi Flick has invented a new Lamine Yamal. According to Sport, and I'm Jude Bellingham at one. And the new Lamine Yamal, Brent here, your friend of Ferran Torres. He's one of the candidates to be Barca starting striker next season if Lewandowski leaves. Barca for his Brent your friend Lamine Yamal. Brent your friend Ferran Torres has been the new Lamine Yamal. Oh, Bogos Nigum. Anytime Barca wants a goal, Ferran Torres stands up. He delivers. He scores his goals. He makes it brilliant for them. Come on. Area my team, my friend, Football Club Barcelona. In that regard, they have always wanted him. And then again, he's come back and he's delivering. Mundo Deportivo, almost friend of the killer Ferran. Charlie, this season there, he's the go-to man. He's the go-to man for goals. Left side, right side. I mean, where everything that you need. Abrantia. The friend Ferran Torres is going to give it to you. He will give you the maximum goals that you look for. They really felt that they were a perfect team after beating an injured Barcelona side without Rafinha, Lewandowski, Dani Olmo, Juan Garcia, and an injured Lamine Yamal by a goal. Hey, Barca for is a massa. Madrid for he spoke too much, and of course it has come back to bite them. I'm saying Madrid for spoke too much. I'm too no, and I'm share Barca. You are not a perfect team. The Barca team was injured, according to a lot of people. And then it's 40 to 36 points. And a Villarreal, 35 points. Atletico de Madrid, 31 points. Celta Vigo went away from home and got a job done. Now, nobody was excited. Vinny Jr., Jude Bellingham, Mbappe, everybody went to the referee and said, Massa. It's not good enough. And Barca for one say it is the Los Galacticos 2.0. So Maza, top players are boarding big names and what have you, but they are just not good enough. They are not good enough. Madrid have lost their match against Celta Vigo and Ranajo, and everybody in Football Club Barcelona is smiling. People are smiling. Masha, we told them Omo and so we'll push in our Horomti. We'll see how things are going to go on from there. Charlie, I mean, if you're able to play for Football Club Real Madrid, do the things that you ought to do, and then gets the issues that are getting there, and that's the problem. Jules Koundé, Moni Hansi Flick Akasa, he wants to play. He wants to play Football Club Real Madrid. And now there were 2 red cards. One for Brent TFN, Hendrik Aramis, and Brent TFN, Alvaro Carreras. Henrik Bench no company trying a red card. Maza, go and sit somewhere in Spanish, some kind of la atidos, baby. Madrid, there's pressure on the mountain. Maybe I looked to last night. I was on a live on TikTok on somebody's channel. Obika se masa omo pamija bia look to nyade omo pamija bia look. Hey, already when Jabia looks so beats Barcelona for you, I'm man the fans. And then we have problem with Musi and Palmananim. The money who cry and say Madrid for no problem here. They don't have Dean Heitzen, they don't have Eda Militao, they don't have Trent Alexander-Arnold, they don't have Dani Carvajal, they don't have David Alaba, they don't have Fela Mendy, they don't have Alvaro Carreras, and they don't have Fran Garcia. Players when you're prepare. I can't tell you Rudiger also when you have fit, on your fully fit. Antonio Rudiger out our Honum, and of course a big problem. Power reports suggest that the career of referee Alejandro Quintero may be in danger. He is rumored to have returned to the 2nd division because of his performance tonight between Madrid and then Celta Vigo. The man in the suit who approached the referee just 20 seconds after the final whistle, alleged standing only a step away while making remarks, is said to be Carlos Mejia de Villa, Real Madrid's arbitration delegate and husband of Yolanda Parga, the current CTA representative within the RFE of Masha. Whoever his spouse is, nobody cares about it. That's Madrid. If you don't agree with the referee decision, fine. But who his spouse is and all of those nonsense, nobody cares about it. Over there for Football Club Real Madrid, it was not a good one for them. It was not a good one for them. We'll see how things are going to be. On Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We'll drop the curtains. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, turn on notification 10, choose it all. And we'll see how things are going to go on from there. Later in the day, we'll bring you some more analysis. Of course, the chat on Fiifi-Manfred, there'll be a big bomber. Also, match. And then after that, there's going to be a conversation in other games as well when it comes to Chelsea 4 matches this Money. It's come up again. On Fiifi-Manfred. Again, thank you very much. I'll see you later in the day. Of course, there'll be some more. Most likely, we'll have about 4 contents on the channel. I'll see you. Till then, bye-bye.